What's up, guys? This is Jason with Car Smart TV, and today we're going to take you through a rebuild process of the 295 and 350 Robin engines. EZGO mostly has them in it, but we also offer this service for all brands, Yamaha club car, older model club cars, basically anything that's golf cart particular, we'll rebuild it for you. To get a hold of us, you're just going to give us a call or comment on this page, and hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. Let's get started. Oh wow, look at that valve and that valve right there. Those are your intake valves. That's probably the worst I have ever seen. Why won't my golf cart run, or why won't it even crank? Because if it's like that, it's not cranking, period, because they're not even pushing the valve far enough open. You know, we're going to do this customer a good service and reseal this engine for him, and I'm talking all the seals, all the gaskets, everything that it takes to basically put this motor back to a new, fresh engine again. Our intake holes there, thankfully they haven't been damaged, so this will definitely be savable. There we go. Alright, first rod cap coming out, and first piston coming out. Rust built up. Nothing hard. Once we get past that rusted up area, she'll slip right out. Alright, well there you go. There is a empty block. There's the engine block. Cleaned up fairly good. Be ready for the new gasket. Also the top of the block where the cylinder head matches. Went ahead and cleaned that up too. Did the honing. Doesn't take much. Just want to get a good clean surface for the rings to ride on. So if it's smoking really bad, you can see right there. See that valve seal? I did not do that. That just came up on its own after I put a little pressure on that spring there. So if it's smoking really bad, that could be your problem, is it's just released from the actual seat. So we're just going and pull that out. Again, there's the second intake valve with absolutely no sealing edge. The exhaust valves aren't terrible, but you can see how badly built up with carbon they are. Okay guys, so now we're all cleaned up. Our heat shield cleaned up, timing covers cleaned up. Just got done doing the surfacing of the cylinder head and cleaning out the valve ports. Pulled the seals off, got the seals off the block. We're going to go ahead and knock those in now. on everything. Got the side cover here all nice and cleaned up. Yep, gonna knock the seals in and then put a few parts back on it that I can. New seals in. That's the block. Side cover. And for the camshaft. Next we're gonna move on to putting in the valve seals. All 4 of them. All 4 new valve seals in. Outside is exhaust, inside is intake. For those of you who may be doing this for the first time. There's your springs, your caps, and your collets. The piston rings on the pistons. Still got the old rings on, so we're going to rip those off. Grab your new oil and ring. And then you'll have the 2 super thin rings. One will go above the oiling ring and one will go below. Now when it comes to your compression rings, definitely want to keep them separated from each other. And they'll also come with a little indication letter. Looks like an R. Make sure that's facing upwards. Put it right on there up where you can actually see it up. Same with the top ring. Got the indicator. It faces upwards. There we have it. Brand new set of rings. Just give them a little twist. Make sure they're free. That's what you want. You want them to be free. Alright. You go over here and get the block, ring compressor, and I'll be right back. Now we're ready to put the pistons in. I always keep a bottle of oil ready to go because I build so many motors. I'm going to pour a little bit on the crankshaft. Hopefully most of you know that it's just for, you know, dry start. You don't want to dry start it from nothing. Pour some on the piston. Go around the cylinder walls. And recheck my rings. Make sure that both ring gaps are pointing away from one another. Then on your piston, notice the word fan. Well, you got to have that pointing towards the fan side, which is mostly pointing towards you, depending on which way you're building the engine. I'm building it this way, so side. My torque wrench is inch-pound, so when I'm doing the piston rod bolts, I do 200 inch-pounds. Normally I'll good and free. Okay, so your counterbalance shaft, it's got those two dots right there that will line up with the dot right there on the crankshaft. And so there you have the dots timed together. And we will be ready to put the side cover back on. A little oil, a little bit on your finger, go around your seal on the side cover gasket. You may have to take a rubber mallet and tap a little bit. And there we go. And then we'll reinstall the oil pump. Your ring, or the circular part of the oil pump, will go in first, and then your little star impeller, just like so. And then you'll put a O-ring here, and then the seal plate there. Put the screws back in it, and that'll be done. I'm going to get my torque wrench back out. I'm going to set it to 220 inch-pounds. And if you notice, the tensioner has a raised area here. What it is for, raised area, and there's a little hole here. Well, that's for your tension spring to sit over, just like that. So you're going to get that put into position as well. Swing that spring up here, and then just tighten this down by your fingers for now. Okay, so you notice there's a keyway slot there. There's a keyway in the balance shaft. I want it to slide on there nice and smooth, and you want that keyway to be pointing up. Okay, so everybody can see the three dots here. One, two, three. This dot here needs to match that notch there on the backing plate. A rocker arm, a spacer, a rocker arm, and then you have a spring. I feel like it's probably to help keep tension on each side of the motor. And then you're going to put your next rocker arm. Let's back it up just a little bit there. Okay. Then you have your last spacer. And then you'll have your last rocker arm. And this may need a little TLC, or a little tap there, taparoo, a little bit of Happy Gilmore. Alright, now you can see the timing dots lined up there. And I'm still pointing up off of the back side, the exhaust side of the engine. Put this heat shield back on. Get in there. Okay, so I'm going to get a 4/1000 feeler gauge. A lot of people use the camshaft lobe for your lash, which is totally fine underneath here, like that. I personally do it here at the adjustment screw because for me it's a better feel. One thing to make note of also is that when you're setting the lash, be sure that the lobe of the cam is pointed down towards the block. Okay, so there's a lobe there. So I'm going to rotate this motor all the way until it is pointed away from me, down. All right, so that's lashed up, at least for now. Now after I run this motor and I give it a good, you know, I don't know, an hour or so of riding, breaking in basically, I will come back and readjust that lash one more time before it goes to the customer, just so that I know that it's spot on. Never put any RTV or anything like that on it unless it just will not stay. And at that point I just barely use little tiny drops in the corners to hold it still, but this one looks like it's going to stay pretty good. So, oh yeah. Alright, so here is the final touches. I normally leave this particular bolt just hand tight because once you get this back into the golf cart, you're going to be putting your ground strap and the bolt back here, so you want it to be able to have a little flexibility. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Hopefully it helped some of you out. If it did, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for any new videos, like, comment, and enjoy the rest of your day.